Flip moment. Good dog. Push the run.
They go play action on first down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
On the throwaway. It leads to 2nd and 10.
On the carry, it's Mafah. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. Out now come the Texans on offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly,
that's grabbed inside the 30. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
51 yards, a gain on the play. And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll say hello to the red zone after that big play, huh? As they get set for 1st and 10. Play action here with Howell. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Coverage by Shamar James.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans push their lead further to start the half. Tank Dell the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. It's big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return starts from the 16. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Here's Slovis now. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Gets some space around midfield. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This is Mafah. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Slovis. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Smith has the INT. And the Texans are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. He steps in front, picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed. It really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
D'Amico Ryans doing the last little bit of coaching as the Texans return to the field here. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And he will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 42 yards. And the Texans, 1st down.
Damn, I miss you, Chester.
1st and 10 at the 36.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Up the middle, it's Marks. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. They'll set up the screen here for Marks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the gun, Marks gets it. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And the shotgun, Howell brought in.
Howell's pass.
And this one does not go far. They need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Catch made. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tank Dell the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21.
Cowboys 3.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Short kick gathered in at the 15. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. New set of downs for them from the 31. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. This is thrown towards a defender instead. Man, he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
Incomplete. Coverage by Kalen Boyd.
They'll run it here with Mapa. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
He beams one deep right side. completion. They come up on 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To the air, Slovis. Set up a screen here for Maffa. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
13 yards on the play. And the Cowboys, first down.
First down, play action. Finds him on the crossing route. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
This is Maffa. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10 on the 13-yard line.
Oh, what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest to shut it down. Whenever I get your money.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to.
He's not going to escape this. The Texans take him down. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Let's build this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Gets himself free. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Caught near the goal line. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game. Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Texans are headed back to the field on offense, so we get a look at Tank Dell. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you got something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Going left with Marks. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay free.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
3rd down run by Marks. And they get to him just in the nick of time to bring up 4th down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The Texans set to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Cowboys and Phil Maffa ready for their next possession. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. A run. This is Maffa. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Second and 5.
Back to the well again. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Chased out to his right. He's going for it himself. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
Good for a Cowboys. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second
Slovis.
and 4.
He's just going to huck this one into out row C there. And some lucky fan and hauling a heck of a souvenir.
E.J. Speed on the coverage.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throwing the out route complete. And the tackle quickly follows that catch as this one reaches the 23.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run here on first down. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for him. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So the Texans come away with the road win. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So for my partner Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Dallas.
On some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we could do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keep scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Curry with the boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey, who the is, boy? OVO, man, we really with boy. Yeah, really with the. I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or try the money mark to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to paint the picture. Comeback season in the works and now I'm thinking bigger. I got in the studio every night, late night. Gotta watch it, don't wanna make them sicker. That's my oh Lord, got a whole lot to show for it. I mean, we could really get it, we could go for it. I'm just here for the Bucks and the Billies. Don't make me one of the ghosts for it. I run it, they like go for us, run for us, go for us. Yeah, I mean you already wrote for us. Damn, what's one more quote for us? Oh Lord, who else sounded like this? They ain't made me what I am, they just found me like this. I was ready, I've been ready since my daddy coming to the house to get me. He ain't show valuable lesson.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
2026 Dallas Cowboys.
Dobbins once more. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Luntz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gets around him. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We give now to Abanikanda. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
Abanikanda once again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And the Cowboys first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively routing to the ball after the nice move. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Here, we just have good ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, Nix. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the screen.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. First target, first catch, and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Cowboys first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
At the 36-yard line. Brings up second and 1.
On the handoff, Abanikanda shifts by him, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. He finds Pickens over the middle. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
George Pickens. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
They'll run it with Abanikanda. And now moving a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. 4 yards on the
They look to throw on third and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Here's Abanikanda. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead they'll head off up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Complete to Troy Franklin.
On second down, here's the option. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Gain of 8. That's another Broncos first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now it's Nix on the 9, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it. Here's Hardy. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Denver.
A 5-yard touchdown catch. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Lutt's good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Courtland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
To Jake Ferguson. That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Fielded it about. Now a hit and a loose football. Denver's offense now set to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll find Lamb. That's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Cowboys first down.
They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's saved back around the 28. Nick Bonito bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. That's caught downfield by Pickens. This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard.
Yards on the play. It's now third down.
He'll drop to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Cowboys.
Now back to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
4-yard attempt.
This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Broncos take over first and 10. At their own.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game.
He may go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Israel Abanikanda, 66 yards. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. So after the touchdown, Auburn now to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
To throw, here's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Throwing Nix. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And the Broncos first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And they take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jalen Waddle from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Lutz with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw out play action. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And that will keep this a 12-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Nix. Gets through, and now an opening. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Working out of the gun is Nix. Open man is Waddle, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
On play action, here's Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram from 13 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Looks good on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, good move. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
On the ground, it's Banacanda. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And the Cowboys first down.
And they'll go again with the Banacanda. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Alex Singleton on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42.
That's good.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
39 yards. That's another Cowboys.
Back to throw again. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nix to the air. Setting up a screen for Harvey. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 3rd and 4. To throw is Nix. He'll try and do this himself. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Denver.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Nix. And this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
At the 39-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Nix to throw again. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
That's another Broncos.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Lutz with the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. 2 touchdowns to his credit so far. Charles, I'm curious, do these wide receivers, what do they go in with each week? Is it different week to week for the goals that they personally set for themselves, do you think?
I doubt that it's different from week to week, maybe because of game plan. They know that one guy might be featured more than the other. But all in all, these guys are looking for 100 or more yards in receiving. But the biggest thing, getting into the end zone. And how about him? He's gotten there twice in this game.
He has indeed. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's able to break out a 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go with a keeper. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Cowboys first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Alex Singleton on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 28-yard line.
Back to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Israel Abanikanda with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Cowboys 30.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Throwing Nix. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
31-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Broncos.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. Here now, second and 4.
Number 17, Jalen Waddle. A 6-yard pickup brings up.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. What's good on the extra point? And that will make this a 19-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover. But if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go. And maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down. At the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Denver.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Nix. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good play. And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Now in Arlington, it's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to move it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Second and 12 at the 28-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's George. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. Fourth down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Back to throw again. Well, and that is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Brings up a third down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They'll look to throw again. And quickly here, and that's complete. So from the 26-yard line, here's the second down and 9. He'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. Gets past one man. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. And this pass broken off. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Results in a 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
That is incomplete.
Parker, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Now Mills on the bootleg. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The Broncos on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mills. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points and there's some plays they can build on moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that one to the right side and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. They'll set up to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Phil Mafah, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You locked the door. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, that was a little